What the heck? What is this?
I love it when you do it like that. When you walk out wearing nothing but. I love it when we do it like that. You know that I'm right there, want you to. You make it look so easy like that. Then you try out my attention like.
안녕하세요, Thaebak fam. Welcome back to Thaebak Reacts TV, your one-stop shop for all things beats, bars, and of course, big Thaebak energy. Well, I'm back in the studio, and this time we're going to be doing something totally different. I thought, you know what, we've been reacting to music videos, but now it's time to react to something entirely different. I'm talking about movie trailers, specifically Korean movie trailers. And I thought I'd do a little segment or a series of segments that I'm going to be calling Dynamic Duos, which essentially means I'll be reacting to two movie trailers in one video. So you're getting two for the price of one. That being said, coming up first on the list is something I've been seeing on my feed a bunch of times. It's been popping up, and I thought, you know what, this looks very interesting because I've seen bits and pieces of it, and it looks like a science fiction fantasy flick. So I figured, you know what, why not? I've been a fan of a couple of the fantasy movies that have come out recently from Korea. There was one I saw, I forget the name, but it was about a curse. This particular psychologist has, like, he's supposed to be a shaman, but ends up becoming this fake medium. And he goes around using psychology to trick his clients into believing that they have spirits around them, and then eventually he ends up in the world of real spirits. Again, I forget the name, but it was done really well. It was super cool, and I loved the CGI in that. So with that in mind, I decided, you know what, I am going to give this movie a shot when it actually comes out. So the movie I'm talking about, the first movie that I'm talking about, is Omniscient Reader. And I believe this one, let me just go through the roster of actors and actresses here. So you've got An Hyo-sup, Lee Min-ho, Chae Soo-bin, Shin Seung-ho, Nana, and Jisoo of Jisoo of Blackpink, Thaebak fam. So this is a big one. That in mind, let's check out our first trailer, Omniscient Reader, and then we're going to follow that up with Hi-5, which I'll be talking more about after we're done with the first trailer. So, are you ready, Thaebak fam? 지금부터 showtime! Okay, let's check if this has subtitles. Nope. But if I'm not mistaken, I think EonTalk embeds their subtitles in the video. Oh, big shout out to EonTalk, by the way. I love their trailer drops. I've been watching them ever since I got to know about them. So big shout out to you, EonTalk. Thanks for making the world of entertainment a better place with Korean entertainment. Love it. Let's go.
This English subtitled K-movie trailer
is
brought to you by EonTalk. As with all English subtitle trailers uploaded on this channel, the interpretation and translation of the subtitles are made and reserved by EonTalk. Thank you and enjoy.
내가 좋아했던 나의 전부였던 이야기가 현실이 되었다.
Whoa!
시나리오를 시작합니다.
하나 이상의 생명체를 죽이세요.
Kill at least one living thing? What the hell? Is this like a survival game? What is going on here?
근력에 300코인을 투자합니다.
이 모든 시나리오를 지켜보는 존재다. 성자들.
Whoa, there is so much happening here. So, is this like a role-playing game where you level up and spend coins on? Like, what is this interface? Wow.
들은 이게 재밌다 이거지. 저 이거 알아요.
옥자 씨는 꼭 이 세계에서 살아본 사람 같아요.
99번 시나리오까지 클리어하면 돼요.
그걸 누가 할게요?
있어요 딱 한 사람.
What the heck? What is this? We got aliens? We've got this weird floating thing that's talking about killing people. What?
모두가 죽고 혼자
Damn.
살아남은 결말이 대체 무슨 뜻인가요?
Man with the sword. Love it.
작가님, 저는 다른 결말을 원했습니다.
왜 네가 뭘 해야 된다고 생각해?
Okay, that was badass. That was badass. I like how it just sort of materialized out of this menu, this virtual menu, and he just takes that sword. Oh, wow. That is crazy.
어차피 아무것도 아니었잖아.
나는 내 동료들과 함께 이 이야기의 결말을 새로 쓰겠다.
Whoa, Excalibur. Omniscient Reader. Okay. Super cool. Okay, let's check the Korean name here. So it's 전지적 독자 시점. If I'm reading that correctly. I'm probably butchering the Korean here, but at least I can read, right? Okay. That was pretty dope. So I guess the premise is novels coming to life in some type of weird RPG kind of way. But it looks pretty damn good. I don't know what those creatures were. They kind of look shiny though, like metallic. I don't know what those were, but it looks very interesting. All right. Cool. Okay, let's move on to trailer number 2. Okay, so this one's not EonTalk, but let's do this. This is Hi-5. Let's go. What? Is this a martial arts movie? Whoa!
죽은 건 아니겠죠?
너 장기기 지금 6개 할 수 있는 거 알지? 우리 말고도 네 사람이.
I have no problems with organ donation as long as it's not done illegally. I forbid any of my organs to be removed illegally. Let's go.
더 있다는 얘기지.
기증자가 누구길래 이런 능력이 생겼을까요?
Oh, superpowers transplanted. That's an interesting concept. Okay. I've never seen that. So, okay, this is something new. All right, I'm here for it. Let's go.
봐봐요.
Whoa.
아버지 뒤에 바짝 숨어 있어.
Gotta love these supporting characters, man. Oh shit. I see. That's what I love about movies like this, is you've always got that one doofus, that one character that plays this goofy role. I mean, the comic relief from that is amazing. So yeah, I love it so far. So far, so good.
너 재미있는 거 기획했더라.
아저씨, 저 오빠가 악당 같아요.
근데 왜 저 사람은 오빠고 나는 아저씨지?
잘생겼잖아요.
You know what? I don't know if that was a subtle call out to a movie trope I've noticed, or just a regular trope I've noticed with Korean dramas and movies. In Korea, it looks like a lot of the villains are actually good looking. Have you all noticed that? Like, bruh, I'm telling you. Just go check it out. I've seen so many Korean dramas where there is a clear antagonist, and most of the time that I've seen them, the antagonists, they look pretty damn good. I mean, in Western film and entertainment, it's not as prominent, but I know there are a few. I've seen a few, but it's not as prominent as what happens in Korea from what I've seen. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining things, but as she called it, like she said it, it's like, how do you know he's the villain? Well, he's cute. You see? So am I making it up? I don't know.
귀천한 몸들 나한테 바치라고. 저 사람들 다 죽일 겁니까?
아저씨 비켜요!
Whoa! Did you see that shot? What the heck was that? Hold on. She was just running. She was running on the plank, and then the camera was like rotating 360. What the heck?
저 사람들 다 죽일 겁니까?
아저씨 비켜요!
That was dope. Okay, Park Jin Young. I know Park Jin Young. Park Jin Young. I know of him. I've seen him in some dramas and movies, I believe, I think. Yeah, I know Park Jin Young. Okay, high five.
이름 하나씩 들칠래요? 히어로들끼리?
하세요 그냥. 안 부르면 되니까.
Okay. I'm here for it. There you have it, folks. That was my reaction to Omniscient Reader and Hi-5. Now, personally, I feel like I'm probably going to watch Hi-5 first just because I love those types of movies where there's comic relief, there's comedy, and there's elements of action. Well, this is going to be an action flick, so it's not elements of action, it's going to be total action, right? But it has elements of comedy. It has, I guess, some darkness to it, right? I can see from some of the shots that I saw in the trailer. But yeah, it looks really, really good. I didn't see a whole lot of CGI. I think they're kind of blending it really well. Like even in the trailer, I only saw parts of it. Like I think some of it is with, you know, strings attached and then they kind of fly like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You've seen that, right? Very old school name that I'm dropping here. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, go back and Google Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It's an OG Chinese martial arts movie, and it's infamous for its use of wires, right? So I don't know if they're going to be using a whole lot of wires, and it looks like they are, but I don't know if they blend CGI along with it to make it look natural, right? So that's one of the reasons why I want to watch this movie first, because it's not so obvious that there's CGI in it, right? Except for the parts where the superpowers come into play. But even then, it looks very natural. It doesn't look overdone. In Omniscient Reader, it looks good and it looks cool. It looks like they're trying to aim for this movie to become an epic. But the CGI was decent. I'm not going to say it was amazing. It was decent, right? I've seen better CGI in other movies, and I just feel like this one, they're trying to do Hellboy and what was the other one? Men in Black kind of feel. I don't know. This is what's coming to me, right? Because in Hellboy, I remember the train scene or the subway scene where all these monsters come out and Hellboy just kind of like pops them open with his ginormous gun, right? So I've seen really good CGI. This one looks decent, but I'm still going to watch it because the premise seems interesting. The concept of novels coming to life in the form of an RPG looks pretty interesting. So we'll see. I'm going to be reviewing these movies in a follow-up video after I've seen them. So you do want to stick around. Consider subscribing if you haven't, because I'm only going to be bringing you Taebal content. And smash that like button if you can, because it really helps this Ajashi out to stay motivated. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video. Thanks for sticking around. This is your host, Don Mino, signing off from Taebak Reacts TV. Peace.